saints are going to serve and obey him. So he is talking about Revelations here. He's talking about the time when Yahshua comes and sits upon the throne. But he's also talking about the Ancient of Days, which is Yahweh, who's going to give Yahshua his power when he to come back and to finish what he started.
Wayne just arrived at the hospital.
You hear?
Yeah, like I said, it's the four kingdoms: Babylon, Persia, Greece, and then the great one, Rome, which lasts all the way down to the end in different ways.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's got many faces.
Yeah. That's not.
I wanted to discuss this because I see something entirely different there. It's okay.
Now, your dad talked about Rome having many faces. And I believe he's right, because I think the United States is one of those faces.
Absolutely. And the 10 toes, it's the 10 tribes of Israel that are in there.
Well, it's the iron and clay mix.
Yes, iron and clay mixture. Partly Rome, partly Israel.
Right.
Yes.
I believe so. When the big statue rises up and it's shown to Nebuchadnezzar, and Daniel has to interpret the vision or the dream that he had about that big statue, it's a little further. It's like chapter 4, I think.
And when it talked about seeking to change times,
That's always stumped me, because I cannot find a definition for times, and half a time.
Well,
Because, I mean,
it could be anything.
it could be.
It could be 1,000 years, 2,000 years,
It
a
could
half of
be-
2,000 years.
It could be Jubilee years.
It could be.
It could be.
And more than likely, I think it's talking about years there in that one.
But how do you, what is a time? I've never seen a
A
definition.
year, 2 years, and a half a year. 42 months.
Yeah,
It says 42 months at another place.
right, that's in Revelations. Yeah, I saw that. 42 months. Time, and half time. So you're thinking it's 3.5 years.
I think so there.
But could it be 3.5 Jubilee years, which is every 50 years?
Could be.
So that gives me a little bit of an answer as to how come it's been nearly 20, what? It's been more than 2,000 years since the resurrection of Yahshua.
We don't know that.
No, well, as best as people figure. That's the reason why a lot of people are
In the
saying,
way they figured it, yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
so, yeah, and so everybody's looking for a way to figure it, and I'm wondering if Jubilee years aren't the ones that are supposed to be figured by,
Very possible.
which would give it 2,500 years or better.
Very possible. Say, it doesn't really want you to know exactly.
No, not yet,
Or
but
it
somehow,
would come out fast.
somehow those who are the most holy ones, the ones that are saved and follow the way of Yahshua and have him covering them,
You know
they're
that
supposed to know these things
says it's going to blaspheme him, and it's also going to blaspheme his name.
and try to change times and everything else.
we're up and make war with the saints.
Yeah, well, he ain't made war with us yet.
They're working on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they made war. And so that brings up another question. Just how holy are those who almost believe the right thing but not quite? How holy are the Christians, really? You have to ask that.
Can't say. Things
I
I've
wish
learned
I could
myself.
give you a definite answer.
Right,
I
right.
don't know.
But that's the head scratcher, because a lot, I mean, and the reason I bring it up is because people in the way of Yahshua or in the sacred name movement seem to think that, well, we've got the edge on these here Christian people.
Well, you know, for 390 years, someplace.
Yeah.
Israel,
Was eating spiritual food, yeah.
they eat their spiritual food mixed with man's stuff, all of it. We all did,
I don't think we got it out of our taste buds yet.
maybe not all of it, that's for sure. But the thing of it is, I don't think you were all lost during that 300,000 years. I think that the ones who done everything they possibly knew to do were going to go to judgment and be judged according to their work. My opinion.
Well, he did say, I'll have mercy on who I will and who I won't.
Well, it brings to mind Zechariah, who was John the Baptist's dad. Okay, he was a holy man. There was the prophetess or the widow that worked that served at the temple all of her life after her husband died. There was, and there's a number of people that are depicted like that. And, I can't believe, I don't begin to think that I can understand how Father Yahweh would take somebody who I would consider to be such a righteous person and condemn them.
I know.
I don't know.
I,
Not for us to say, we're not the judge.
No.
I spoke to David after service last week, and I told him, I said, we do not make fun of people. He got up there and he made fun of the Pentecostal people. And I told him, I said, David, we do not make fun of people. We try to encourage people that will come in and maybe sit down and learn and talk. And we had Pentecostal people coming in here. I'm just glad they were not here last.
No, but that was recorded.
I know.
So making fun of people is the same as standing up there and saying, we're better than you.
Absolutely.
And it's a grievous
He
error.
apologized for it.
It's a
He's
puffed up,
learning.
prideful thing.
David's learning. He's learning a lot.
Well, a lot of the stuff that he's having to come out of is how he was taught how to preach by a bad school to a good degree, to a degree.
Well, I just pray that Billy and his family do not hear that.
Yeah.
Billy is speaking truth.
Well, good. I pray Father Yahweh opens up his eyes and his heart. Never met the man, didn't even know about him until just a week ago.
He brought another with him. Last time he came, and he was not too thrilled. But Billy's working with him. Huh?
Boy, that come with the
Yeah, I come from Billy.
Joseph.
It wasn't David.
Joseph.
Joseph. Speak up.
So,
Let me
and,
call that in, please.
and this guy that came this past Sabbath, what was his name? Or
Glenn.
Glenn. He's not a Pentecostal that I know of, but
He's
he's
from
from Orlando.
He's from Orlando. He's a friend.
Somebody down there.
Right, but he's a believer, a Christian believer, I believe, I think. I don't know if he knows Yahweh or.
He does.
Okay. He's got a
He
very,
came with Mitch.
he's got a very humble spirit about him.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. He came out here, worked with David Sunday, and put dirt in the driveway. And first thing he did, took his shirt off. I went to him, I told him, I said, we appreciate it. Like, here on the property, they wear the shirt. He said, okay, no problem, the shirt. I don't know where people get the idea that nakedness is okay. No, apparently they don't read the scriptures.
Well, I mean, you look at the history books, as far as we can tell, that nakedness was kind of a normal thing back in biblical times for slaves and other things, They weren't always fully dressed,
Well,
especially in Egypt, maybe even Babylon, for all I know.
when Yahshua appeared, it described him very, very good. that he was clothed from the neck all the way to the
Right.
foot.
So to follow that example would be the way to go.
And then the priests were told to wear pants under their robes so that their nakedness would not show as they
Right.
went up on to the altar. So, the word naked in the scriptures is used sometimes for when they took their kingly garments off, they called it naked. But they really weren't naked. David was not naked, but he took his kingly garments off. I don't know, but it's something that bothers me. But anyhow, I asked him for his shirt back on, and he did.
Well, it was probably the best thing you could have possibly done, viewing today's very permissive society. That was
And that was his body.
that was King. First be the son of the king.
I sort of think that everybody should dress every day like Yeshua's going to appear that day. How would you want to be dressed? Would you want to be in a bathing suit?
I don't want to be in a bathing suit now.
I'm just making a point.
Yeah.
When I go swimming, I'm covered from my knees. Something dark, so it doesn't show through.
Yeah. Yep. I remember reading about how in the 20s, 1900s and 20s, they used to have people going up and down there like beach police, pulling out their tape measure and saying, you gotta have your leg covered to this point, kind of a thing.
Joyce, Danny's wife, ordered a bathing suit that covered her from all the way, the whole thing. Like you had back in the 1920s,
It had long sleeves too.
Huh?
It had long sleeves and the pants weren't quite so long. The pants are-
I tell you what, you didn't want to swim in them things, you drowned.
You can't swim in that stuff.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, that's like
I
this man wall.
I
That
swam in
kind
my
of
full
material.
clothes.
Yeah.
Didn't bother me a bit.
I can't do it. Yeah, they use a certain kind of material. You know what kind they use.
I mean, they didn't have polyester back then. It wasn't
They
so
wore
lightweight.
regular clothes.
Yeah.
I still do. I
All
wear
right.
regular clothes.
Uh,
A lot of times
Is
I-
anything else somebody wants to talk about? Have we
Beat this horse to death.
beat this one to death? Anybody have anything else to say about it?
Steve, I think that your thinking is not wrong. But you can't take the other out. You got to combine it. They're part of each other.
Yeah, I think both of the scriptures relate.
I
Oh,
agree.
they are related, but they're showing, the one in Revelation, I think, is showing you more of the fourth beast.
Yeah. That's what it's showing. Here in Daniel, it shows these other beasts. And then the fourth one, if you look at it, it's made up of the other three.
But it says it even
It's made up of the other three.
stamp the residue
Yeah,
of
it's
the
made up.
others.
If the paws were of the bear, it had something of the lion, it had something of the leopard. It didn't have eagle's wings.
What do you think that means, Steve?
I think it means that when this kingdom comes to power, the United States will already be gone. That's what I think it means.
Where do you get that the eagle represents the United States?
Well, there in Daniel, it talked about a lion that had eagle wings. When this nation was first born, it was called the 13
Colonies.
king